Once a bull market gets to 2, they can tend to keep going, right? It's kind of like get to 65 years old. Once you get 65, the odds getting to 80 are pretty good, right? Really good, actually. Bull markets aren't that different. So here's the 5 times the bull market made it to at least 2, like this one has clearly now into its 3rd year. The average is like 8 years. I'm not saying it's going to go 8 years, but we're just saying it's like a cruise ship. Once these things get moving, they can really keep moving. Now, here's some cool chart. I've seen people make of these. I made my own. Democrat, Republican, and White House. I mean, bottom line is, yes, I'm not a really short-term trader. I know a lot of people listening to this are, but more of a longer-term investor really anymore. And yes, who's in the White House matters. I'm not going to minimize that, but stocks tend to go higher, under various administrations, under various things, various good, bad news historically. You tend to get more good news than bad news. We tend to forget the good news over time. But nonetheless, that's, I think, a good chart to kind of really put that in perspective. Now, here's ones I shared a couple of these last time with you, and I'll just go through them quickly. I think one of the bigger reasons to be bullish here was, which one is this here? Okay, the last 10 times that a president up for re-election, and I get it. Joe Biden stepped down, President Biden stepped down, but still stocks have been higher, right? I mean, the last 10 times stocks were higher in election year. Election years are usually pretty darn good, except for 2000 to 2008. Well, recessions, yeah, okay, a little different scenario. So you tend to have a pretty good run when that happens. Now, this is neat because what have we seen since the election? Small caps have soared, values done pretty darn well, specifically, obviously, cryptocurrencies. But we took a look back at the last time President Trump won, that first month, and that's that first rank there. Value was the best, small value. Financials, oh yeah, financials done great lately. Russell, growth, you see energy. It sounds a little familiar, a little bit familiar with what's been leading the first couple days after these election results. But that's the first month. Look a little more to the right when we look the next year. What's really interesting is those things that led the first month after President Trump won back in 2016 did not lead anymore. Now, they were higher, granted, the whole market was higher, but they didn't lead the whole time. Now, believe me, I've come on here for a long time. Say we like small caps, mid caps, cyclicals, industrials, financials, those areas. We still do, and they're starting to really do pretty well here. But I think it's interesting when you look back that the stuff that led initially did not actually lead the entire time. So something to think about there.